Welcome to Rathalos Watch. Today I'll be going over all the known characters in Monster Hunter Wilds so far, along with everything we know about the story, sprinkled with some speculation and new details. A recent trailer revealed more information and introduced new faces, so be sure to watch until the end to catch all the intriguing discoveries. Without further ado, let's begin. For those who do not know, Monster Hunter Wilds is taking place in what Capcom calls the Forbidden Lands. Many people have also been asking if the Forbidden Lands are part of the old world or the new world that was introduced in Monster Hunter World. I do not personally know the answer to this specifically, but for the most part, it is being speculated by the community that the game is indeed taking place in the old world. The reason for this is that Monster Hunter Wilds shares numerous similarities and callbacks to Monster Hunter 4, suggesting it could be a spiritual successor, potentially set in the old world. I'll be exploring these connections throughout the video. If you'd like to dive deeper into this topic, feel free to join our official Rathalos Watch Discord community and join the discussion. The link is in the pinned comment. The first character I would like to talk about is the protagonist, who obviously happens to be the hunter or you as the player. This time around, hunters are fully voiced and have much more personality than in previous generations of Monster Hunter.
As I feared, they picked up our scent.
I'll handle it. You find someplace safe.
Thank you.
I've selected you as a lead hunter for this expedition.
Thank you, sir.
The hunter is also part of the Forbidden Lands Research Commission, and their task is to help investigate the unexplored region. Capcom has said that Monster Hunter Wilds is looking to take the story more seriously, so it makes sense that the hunter reacts and feels more human rather than just standing there completely mute while listening to directions, without any sort of reaction or feedback. Next, we have our lovely cute feline creatures known as the Palicos, who have been around since the very beginning of Monster Hunter in 2004. Palicos are the hunter's sidekick, who assist them on quests and hunts. They were always able to speak to hunters in a human language. However, their response was always cat-like, and they spoke in a funny, cute meow language. Capcom has decided to fully voice act the Palicos in Monster Hunter Wilds.
Over there!
But don't worry, if you cannot stand hearing them speaking English and it annoys you like it really annoys me, there is an option to turn that off and put them on a good old meow speaking mode, which is what I'm going to be doing from the very first start of my first playthrough. I get that Capcom is trying to make Palicos more personable and interactable throughout the story, but part of the charm was always the meowing and speaking in a cat language. Hearing them speak English almost makes it feel like a different game and makes it lose its entire charm that Monster Hunter was known for, at least for me personally. Thank God there's an option to get rid of that, because I really do not like how they sound when they speak English. It's overly obnoxious and just kind of sounds annoying. That's just my brutal and honest opinion. Thankfully, Capcom has thought of everyone and has given players a choice of how they want to adventure through Monster Hunter Wilds. Kudos to Capcom for caring about every type of a player that there is. Next up, we have the mysterious boy who goes by the name of Nata. Nata is an integral part of Monster Hunter Wilds storyline. The entire reason why we are hunting monsters in the first place is because we're trying to protect him and help him find out what happened to his parents after his village was attacked by the White Wraith. White Wraith is the flagship monster of Monster Hunter Wilds. I guess we can refer to him as an antagonist character. However, we have no clue who the real end boss of Monster Hunter Wilds is. Best way to think about White Wraith is basically this game's Nergigante or Iceborne's Volcana. One of Nata's quotes is,
I was still hoping that I imagined the whole thing.
I am going to assume he was referring to the moment when his village was attacked. We also have no clue if he was there when it happened, but I am going to go out on a limb here and say that he wasn't around when the attack occurred and he came back only to see the ruin and destruction of his people. This plays at the literal start of the trailer, where Nata is being carried by most likely another villager or someone from the Research Commission. There's a notable moment in the latest trailer where Nata says,
The White Wraith. It's real!
This suggests that he either didn't witness his village being attacked firsthand and only encountered the White Wraith after joining our journey, or he saw the attack at the very last moment but didn't catch a glimpse of the White Wraith. Either way, I appreciate the mysterious aura Nata exudes, making him an intriguing character. I really hope that whatever we uncover about his past and his people isn't going to be dull or overly predictable. One last thing I want to mention about the White Wraith is that I suspect we'll have several repel quests involving it before we actually get to hunt it down. It's also worth noting that the White Wraith is the name given by hunters and villagers, but its real name is Arkveld. We still know nothing about Arkveld's origin, why it's attacking villages, its ultimate goal, or whether it's being controlled by a greater monster or some corrupt individual seeking to dominate the Forbidden Lands. And yes, I will be doing a visual design rating for Arkveld, so stay tuned for that. The handler, or also known as the quest giver of Monster Hunter Wilds, is going to be Alma. She is the one responsible for helping you out on your journey as the hunter. She will travel with you wherever you go, give advice, and provide support. She's also an avid archaeologist and a specialist in a cultural environmental anthropology. One cool thing about Alma that a lot of people don't know is that she will actually stand next to a cut tail in the field to let you know that you haven't carved it yet. Yes, she will be your personal reminder about carving the tails. Ah yes, Gemma, my future virtual AI girlfriend. She's our smithy, responsible for making us look stylish and powerful in our newly crafted armor and weapons. What's really cool about her is that she bears a strong resemblance to Little Miss Forge from Monsanto 4, leading many fans to speculate that Gemma could be her older version. Another interesting detail is the young Kutku toy she carries on her waist. I'm not sure if Capcom is hinting at the monster's return or just trolling fans who are hoping for young Kutku to make a comeback. Most likely it's the latter. In Monster Hunter 4, Little Miss Forge traveled with you to every village and city, and it seems that this will be the case in Monsanto Wilds as well. Here is our new Hunters Guild leader, Fabius. This is the ace hunter of Monsanto Wilds. According to the official website, Fabius was the one responsible for establishing the Forbidden Lands Research Commission after discovering Nata. He then took charge of forming each expedition unit. He was formerly a hunter in the past. Once again, this is another parallel with Monsanto 4. It's almost as if this is the same guild leader, but now in Monsanto Wilds. Here's a cutscene from Monsanto 4. The guy in the cowboy style hat looks almost exactly like him, just younger. Let me know your thoughts on this theory in the comments. In this specific cutscene, we can also see the airship that's traveling across the locales. In Monster Hunter 4, you were able to fast travel to multiple villages. Each village also had its own people and characters that you'd meet. In the latest Monster Hunter Wilds trailer, we see pretty much that exact same ship as well. In the Gamescom trailer, where we were introduced to the Kunafa, the Windsong village, located in the Windward Plains, we see a group of tribespeople. The elderly woman appears to be the village chief. This supports my theory that each locale has its own distinct group of people dealing with their specific local challenges and monsters. In Monsanto 4, there's a village called Hearth, home to the Trovarians, who had their own unique visual design, culture, and chief. I wouldn't be surprised if Capcom developed similar concepts for Monsanto Wilds. Then there was the Chico Sense, which was an island that was ran purely by felines. I mean, who does not want to be in an island filled with a bunch of adorable kitties that like to assist hunters on their journeys? I really hope something like this returns to Monsanto Wilds. Last, we also had Cathar, a small mountainous village run by farmers and merchants. An ice locale has already been indirectly confirmed for Monsanto Wilds. First, we know there are drinks that aid in both cold and hot environments. And additionally, here's a splash screen discovered via our Xbox. It seems like our friend Arkveld is in a snowy area. Either that, or I am on some serious copium. Let me know which one you think it is in the comments. In the Scarlet Forest, we got introduced to a Lionian tribe known as the Whatwats, who happen to look like tiny mushroom creatures. In the trailer, they seem to be hostile at first and are telling us to respect the forest, because they refer to the forest as theirs. They have a secret hideout somewhere in a cave, and it seems that we will be befriending them and using their hideout as the base of operations when we are in the Scarlet Forest. At least that's what it's looking like, but I could be wrong. Let me know if I'm on the right track in the comments. We first got introduced to Olivia in the Gamescom trailer when the Scarlet Forest was revealed. Olivia is a hammer-wielding member of the Hunters Guild Forbidden Lands expedition team. She used to take on special missions for the guild, but is now stationed in the Forbidden Lands. She can join the hunter as a support hunter during quests, providing assistance in battle. Last but not least, she also has a personal, elite, long-haired Palico who goes by the name of Athos, who assists her on her hunts. Then there is also Erik, who is the handler for Astrum unit team and is also an adroit renowned biologist throughout academia. We saw him at the very start of the Scarlet Forest trailer as well when he picked up the Lollabarina floret. We see him in the latest trailer again in the cavernous hideout where he says how amazing the forest is. Last but not least, there is Werner, who is the smithy for the Astrum unit team. He is also a physics and an engineering specialist and knows a ton about weapon technologies. That is pretty much it for all of the Monsanto Wilds characters and story plot points that we know so far. I feel like at this point, enough has already been revealed both for the story, monsters, and characters. The only thing I like to see revealed before the release are probably the locales. But with the same token, I also wouldn't mind being surprised with some really cool new places. Let me know what you all think about the characters and all the crazy and obvious Monster Hunter 4 throwbacks that Monsanto Wilds has been taunting us with for the last several months in the comments below. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit like and subscribe with notifications turned on. Peace out and happy hunting.